Hi, Clement.
Hi, Malek. How are you?
Hi, it's nice to see you finally. I'm
Yeah,
doing fine today, and you?
yeah, it's fine, fine. A lot of work. Christmas is coming, and honestly, for us, not Christmas, but Toy Fair is coming. Is
Okay.
is the most busy time of the year. So many models to finish on time. So yeah, I'm like Santa Claus this month.
Very nice. And how many models are we talking about now? How many are you
Um,
releasing?
Now Solido will release between 12 to 14, 118 by month. We have planned to release 8 143,
Hmm.
minimum 124 truck, and the 112 is still in development. So probably this year only one, and after we will increase a little bit, but not too much. Is a lot for collectors. We
Yeah.
cannot, we cannot do more.
Of
So,
course, you need to save
I
something
think,
for next year.
yeah, and the money from the collector cannot be extended too much. Sometimes we really want to release a lot of things, but we cannot release anything. You know now with social media, everybody want new item, but it's crazy. 20 years ago, some brand released only 5 or 6 items by month. Now
I know.
we release more than 20. It's crazy. It's a race.
It's right. Yeah. There are so many brands now on the market. It's maybe difficult to also be competitive in terms of price and new models.
Yeah, some market was crazy. I think about a market we are not the 164 is totally crazy. So many brands. But 118 is same. So this is why you have received our parcel. We start to found new way of model cars because we are all same. When Renault, when Dodge, when Ferrari release a new car, we all want to do it. So after we can
Right.
all do the same colors, or we can try to find a way. So now Solido is more on
Yeah,
this
so this is
way.
exactly the model that I received from you. Yeah, with completely new color or completely unexpected. It's in this yellow. Yeah, I will also show it here to the camera. This is what I received from you. So this is what you are going to release next year or this year?
Yeah, this come in 2025.
Hmm.
I think my memory is September. September will be good. It's probably the last time you will see the red eyes, because
Hmm.
we change a little bit the tooling, and this year we will start to do the demand on 118 because before we have only do the SRT and the red eyes.
Hmm.
So yeah, and this is a real car existing. Many people have do some stupid deco like this, but after this is the version from Solido.
Hmm.
Before on Solido, when we do a special car, we call it Street Fighters, and we get some licensing issue. So we change, and this year we have opened something called Solido Works. So SolidWorks is a garage from Solido. So this is a car I have made the design by myself,
Hmm.
choosing the numbers, choosing some stupid small decals on the window.
Very nice.
But this
I,
this makes the difference. When you are on the shop, maybe this can convince some customer to go on this way. It's like the livery when you play on GT7 or on some racing sim games. Many people download a lot of livery, personalize the car. So this is a little bit the way we go.
Yeah, and I was actually searching the internet to find the exact car online, and there are some pictures that I found. So it really exists somewhere in the
Yeah.
US. Yeah, somebody painted the car like this. So yeah, it's very nice replica of this car. How did you find it? Or
We, I have a folder in my laptop called Basket, and I'm crazy about cars. So all time I see a car on TikTok, on Instagram, livery interesting. We put it on this folder, and when it's time to choose the models, we go on this, we check, and we try to find. We don't have so many yellow cars, so this year we
Mhm.
try to find a yellow car, and we found this picture, and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Amazing. Yeah, so you are saying that all those small stickers that are here that you designed them, and
yeah,
yeah, yeah, okay. And
it's
also, I saw this number is slightly different, yeah, when I compared it to the real car. So maybe intentionally, so that you don't
I
say the same
I think I
number.
don't know. My fingers was stick on 666, and yeah.
Okay, very interesting.
No, no, is when you have done all the color from the car maker, you are the limit of what we can do. I can do like three different red, but I'm not sure it's interesting for customers. So making special livery is more funny, and some people with the classic version can buy this one because it's really different. But we have to pay attention is why we have a lot of small decals is because it's not
Hmm.
only just like a taxi. We try to put the maximum of small detail yeah for making customer happy because Solido is a low price range. Not the cheapest, but we are low. So on interior, on something, we are limited about the deco we can do, but on
Hmm.
exterior, when you start to make deco, if you make 5 or 10, it's same. So,
Yeah,
okay, so we go on it.
and it's still very good, and this price is very affordable for collectors. I mean, the Solido range, yeah, and it's still die cast. You can open the doors, which is also kind of unexpected in this price range. Yeah, so I think if you want to collect a lot of different cars, then it's ideal to really buy Solido cars.
No, I know, for example, Burago have many opening, but we try to be a little bit more accurate. Here we try to make the difference, but it's a crazy market. So after only the good idea can make you going good. And for the moment, I think the idea we have on Solido matching with what people want to collect. So it's okay. But let's see. It's really hard market. At this time, the offer is so big. You have the classic makers, you have the shop who have their own brand now. You have the Chinese brand you can see on things like AliExpress or
Mm.
with you found really good models with brand unknown. Is yeah, the market is. I remember when we took the brand from Solido to Diki Simba, we discussed and many shop when we came back with Solido tell me, oh no, it's finished. Nobody collects model cars. And now I see this Christmas, everybody is running in the supermarket, in the shop to
Right.
find some special model. So I think no, the car is not, the car collectors are not finished.
Mm.
It's
Yeah. So even if you have a budget for the whole year and there is some budget remaining now in December, then you want to spend it. Or at least I have the feeling
yeah,
sometimes that I really need to buy something because then it would be too late. So that
yeah,
December.
and we have to before you do one models and it's okay, we do it for a long time. Now, because the boats are more slow, the factory are full, um, people have to rush when we make a new models. They have to go because you're never sure if there is a reorder or maybe reorder came 6 months later.
Mhm.
So I was surprised at the beginning, but now many people are doing pre-order on Solido. It's yeah, it's crazy for me. It's something we do for Auto for my friend from GT Spirit, but now it's
Mhm.
same things on Solido. So it's good.
Can you maybe tell me what is then the structure? Like we have Solido, we have GT Spirit, we have Automobile. Is it all under one roof or completely separate?
It's it's a group, but we're not working on the same office.
Hmm.
So GT Spirit is managed from one side, is one guy alone. Automobile is managed between Macau and France. Solido is managed between, oh, I have one guy in Germany, one guy in France, one guy in Macau, and me, I'm in Thailand. So
Oh, in Thailand.
we, yeah, me living in Thailand is good.
Okay.
Is a really crazy car scene, and it's close to my factory.
Hmm.
So, no, after all these brands work separately. We never met. I have no idea about the program from Auto or GT. They have no
Hmm.
idea about what I do. Only
Okay.
for a few, I think only our licensor manager know everything.
Hmm.
So the only things we share is sometimes the data, because we're using a 3D scan for making the models.
Hmm.
So if we decide to make a model we have made before on Auto, we will using the same basic data. But because the techniques was so different between resin and die-cast is really two different 3D.
Hmm.
I heard many people on websites say, "Oh, they share the tooling." No, no, it's impossible. It's two things totally different, and two techniques.
Yeah.
We're sharing some colors, we're sharing some data. But for example, we're sharing colors, but we cannot apply the same type of paint on
Hmm.
die-cast than
Resin.
on resin. Resin is
Hmm.
really the finishing is so great because of the material and the paint can be real car paint. But for the die-cast, we have to use another quality of paint, and sometimes we cannot match.
Hmm.
So no, we don't sharing more. So it's
Okay.
good. It's good. It's a good competition. Sometimes we fight against the brand. Sometimes my
Hmm.
colleague from GT call me said, "Hey guys, what you are doing? So many WB, you want to kill us?"
Hmm.
Or sometimes me, I complain to Otto, why you release this car now in same time than me? But it's totally independent. It's just we are all connected. So we have one warehouse in Europe with all the brand coming here and shipping in the same time. So
Hmm.
for customer, no impact. For reseller, is really good because they can order three brand in the same time, not only one. So they reduce the shipping cost and it's good. But it's
Hmm.
always busy now. We have
Yeah.
three brand, three crazy brand is yeah, big business.
Hmm. Does it mean that all the models are produced in China or Thailand?
No, before we was in China, and 10 years ago we have started to open a factory in Bangladesh. So first was Solido. Solido was the first brand produced here, and after we have opened a new building for resin. So now everything was produced in Bangladesh. I think we still have a few cars for auto produced in China. But
Hmm.
we have changed. During the pandemic, we face a lot of problem with China and in general because of shipment. So now this new factory is good. The quality is really. I think the quality is better. Some people we said no, but quality is really good.
Hmm.
They have high capacity, but it's never enough.
Hmm.
So and yeah, it's different, but this guy working really good. I'm always impressed. It's always girls who putting the decals on the car.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know me with my big finger. If I do some decals, he will finish really
I
bad.
know
But
it's. It's always
But this is
precise. I'm wondering how they can do it so precisely. Yeah.
yeah, some girl have a technique. They put a lot of decals on the hand and taking the car and moving is they're going so fast. You want to do it if you will make a catastrophe, but yeah, I don't know. And we try on Solido to use a lot of tempo because tempography is better on the time. We have less problem of if the decal was not dry when you pack the car, not totally dry,
Mhm.
you can have problem. So we try to do a lot of tempo. It's working good. People like it, but only the people who make changing the deco of the car, make tuning model cars complain about this. For the others, it's good.
Yeah, I also did some tuning of some of the models and I completely destroyed them here because it was not easy to really paint it back and so on. So, but for about this car, how many units are you producing? Like, is it hundreds or thousands?
I think this one will be minimum 3,000.
Hmm.
Globally,
Interesting.
on Solido, we have every month we have so this year will be special. Every month before we have one new mold. Um, Now we will have three new molds every month.
Hmm. Wow.
So all the new car for the first time we produce, we make a minimum of 3,000, sometimes
Hmm.
four, because it's a new mold, so many people was interested. After when it's new deco, it depend of the car. For example, we have a lot of French car, um, like Renault Fuego or some car like this. We will do 1,000.
Hmm.
We will not make more because it's more difficult. And if we do RWB, sometime we can go to 10,000. It's
10,000. Wow.
yeah, some models was crazy. One of one of our bestsellers, the BMW E30. Um, I think today we have sell nearly 150,000 pieces of this car. It's crazy. All
This is
time,
crazy.
all time a container land, all time everything sold. This car is always in production in the factory. It's
It's the
crazy.
best seller,
Yeah,
evergreen.
the E30 was our bestseller. It's the car we have made the most. We have made so many variation. I think now we are at 30 version and we're still selling good. It's crazy. It's never finished because you have the Drift, you have the Classic, you have the Alpina, you have so many versions you can do.
Yeah, right.
And there's so many collectors for this
Mhm.
brand.
And how long does
Um,
it usually take when you have a model like this? This is a new one, then you said maybe 3,000 units. How long does it take to produce then? Like, is it a couple of months or
3 days.
3 days for 3,000 units?
Yeah. Yeah, we're
That's
going fast.
unbelievable, really.
Mm. During 3 or 4 days, we do the injection. So this is before and after paint and assembling take 3 days. No more. It's going really fast. But
Mhm.
before you have the conception time, when it's only a deco like this, it takes nearly 6 months.
Mhm.
So the time I draw, we send, they make samples, we change, we make correction. When we have a sample it's really good, we send it to licensor, we wait.
Mhm.
Maybe licensor make comments, maybe not. After that, it's finished. We can send the samples to our different office for making photo. And after production starts, so everybody push sometime, but they don't realize so many time when it's a new mold is nearly 1 year.
Mhm. So all the
Between
preparation time takes most, but then the production is like very fast.
yeah, I just start thinking about the list for 2026.
Ah, 26, okay.
Yeah, we have to go. We have to never stop.
Mhm.
We work with 1 year. After some things came in the middle of the year because tooling not finish, and after we have some special item like the Formula One.
Hmm.
Formula One, we have no choice. All the car was revealed the 15th of February, so we cannot have information before. We
Hmm.
cannot trust information from the 15th of February. We have to wait the
Okay.
car go on track in March to see if everything is still same or changing. And after that, we have to start to make it in the shorter time possible to be on the market in November.
Hmm.
But it's a crazy race. And when it's finished, it's just restart.
Hmm.
So now we will have two things like this. We will have the collection with the Formula One, and next year we start endurance. We will start Le Mans collection with the new cars, the new hypercar from Le Mans. So
Hmm.
we will have two big time in the year because for Le Mans we need to be on time for June. So yeah, we love works.
A lot of work ahead of you. Can you? I also have one question. It's about the range of cars, yeah? Because usually you produce like American cars, muscle cars, then European cars, but now with China producing so many new models, yeah, like BID and so many new brands, are you also planning to pick something from the Chinese market maybe in the future?
Oh, yeah. So as I tell you, I'm living in Thailand, so my street are full of BYD, VinFast, all this brand. Um, the problem is the market. For Europe, no market. Clearly, it's too early. But I think in Asia it can work. But it's a
Hmm.
big challenge for us starting with this brand. For the moment, we don't go on it, but we will have no choice. Is the choice from the classic brand is not so big. Um, we have to go on it. Some of them, I don't like electric car, like every petrol head guy, but
Hmm.
I I take some taxi a lot in BYD, and I can tell you the quality inside is crazy. As everybody in Europe said, "Oh no, it's cheap car, don't
No,
care."
it's not.
The quality is really, really impressive. It's like Tesla. I think better because Tesla sometimes you have to finish to assembling the car by yourself.
Mhm.
And no, no, it's really good. So I think we have market, but for the moment, Solido will stay more on sport car. We
Mhm.
don't do a lot of family car, but I think we will have to
Yeah.
go. It's the only thing is have to be good on this car. Many of this car have a lot of LED signature. Um,
Mhm.
how to make it on model car and be good. This is not easy. This change with all this light all around the car, how to make it on model car good. No, this year
Yeah.
we will have only one family car, but it's because we are French and connected to this brand. We will bring the new Renault 5 electric and
Mhm.
the
Okay.
Alpine version. So yeah, we will have an electric car finally on Solido. Um, but let's
Yeah,
see if it works out.
it's the
I'm
trend
not.
now really to have more and more electric cars in the market. So they will slowly also go to the diecast collectors. And I was first
No, but
hesitant to really collect something electric, but you know, there is no choice basically.
yeah, and I really think when you get this car, when you drive this car, you want to have it. So I think there is a market, but it's not easy where to start. I remember when
Mm.
Tesla was really powerful, we thinking about doing it, but
Mhm.
Tesla don't want to give license. They want only to do model car by themselves.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
I know.
but Tesla was it's sad because if we can sell Tesla, is a good test for other brand because
Mhm.
Renault 5 is really French. Is
Mhm.
We will sell it in France because many collectors of the brand, but outside, I don't know. So maybe BYD can be good. MG, I just see yesterday or 2 days ago, I was in Bangkok. I meet the new Roadster from MG,
Hmm.
and yeah, it's nice too. So maybe
Interesting.
we'll, yeah, I think because okay, we do some Koenigsegg electric, but okay, it's really supercar. So
Mm,
no, I think it's a new way for every brand. We have to because we cannot make all time the same cars for years and years and years. We have to
mm.
bring new blood in the collection.
Okay. I have another question. It's about the trucks that you produce, because usually they are in 1 to 24 scale, which is not matching the rest of the collections usually, because we have like 1 to 18 everything, yeah. And then suddenly this truck is smaller and you can't take
Um,
pictures and so on. I know there is a reason because it would be too big, yeah, if you produce it in 1 to
mm,
18, but for the collectors like myself, it would be more acceptable because
um,
then it would be the same size like the rest. Is there
no,
any
in fact,
plan to produce 1 to 18 trucks?
yeah, we have some plan. In fact, you have a small story behind this truck. Is at the beginning the collection was planned to be 118,
Hmm.
and I was working on it when the pandemic came. And when pandemic came, the price of the shipment became crazy, totally crazy.
Hmm.
Before we pay 2000 USD for one container, and during the pandemic we go to 20.
Wow.
So we have to think about how to manage the space, and this is why we go to 124 because 124 is matching with Italeri and some model kit. We do
Hmm.
all the track so people can sharing some accessories. But I'm totally agree, it is not matching when you have a collection. So now the shipment was more low. No, we never came back to 2000. This is never happen again, sure.
Hmm.
But price drop. So we talk about this. We talk about restarting the 118 project. The only problem is Solido is in a lot of supermarket. Um, and this is not item for supermarket.
Hmm.
We have to talk and we have to explain to customer about this because when we make big scale, we have to do a lot of detail and the
Yep.
price will be high. A truck 118 is not the Solido is 100 150 euro in shop. We have no
Mm.
choice because so many detail. You need the roof, you need all the chassis. Now we have a lot of model. We have no choice. We have to put an engine because you see
Hmm.
the engine, so you cannot make it fake.
Okay.
So no, it will came. It will came, but it's mainly because of shipment problem.
Okay.
Imagine when you
Understood.
sh- when you ship a trailer, you ship mainly air. It's mainly empty space. So
Right.
the empty space costs a lot. But I totally agree for people who have a collection in one scale, yeah, it's a big issue to have.
Mm.
We think to bring maybe some in 143, but
Hmm.
for the moment it's not starting. So many
Okay.
projects.
Good. Good. One more question. I was always interested where we have the most collectors. If you have some insights, if in the US, Europe, or even somewhere else.
Oh, we have a lot of things coming. So for the US, we don't have many models coming. We have only two new mold coming next year. We will bring the new Shelby Super Snake because I think the GT500 we have the enough version. So we go on the new Shelby and we bring the Ranger, the Ford Ranger. So it will be our
Hmm.
first pickup. I think it will be
Okay.
massive. Really, I think this car was the most EV we have, and I think the Ranger will win now. So
Mm.
this came after we have a lot of GDM coming. Uh, we have a lot of LB work coming. And about Europe, we have some partnership with Porsche and BMW.
Hmm.
So you will meet all the M range from BMW.
Okay.
M2, M3, M4, M5 will came in
Interesting.
touring, in
Hmm.
sedan, in coupe. So all these cars will come and join the catalog. And after for Porsche, you will see the Macan, you will see the Cayenne. Um, it's the beginning of some collaboration. So, so I think some people will say, "Oh, okay, you do everything," but it's a good opportunity to put this car in the range.
Hmm.
And after, yeah, after we have a lot of GDM coming, really, we work a lot we have a new partnership with LB. So some about 500 LB, some GR 86, some Supra, some old Skyline. Yeah, a lot of things coming. And
Hmm.
and we have made a contest a few months ago about custom model cars. We're asking people
Hmm.
to make it, and one guy sent a photo. He have made a Pandem E36 based on a Solido, and he win. So we have
Hmm.
contact Pandem. They was agree. So we will release the E36 Pandem on Solido too.
Okay.
So yeah, many. We have 3 new mold by month on 118. So it will be huge.
Interesting times are coming.
Yeah, yeah, it will be huge because before we have only 1 new mold every month. Now 3 by month
Hmm.
is yeah, is big. And some classic will come too. We will bring back the Golf 1 GTI, the Golf 2 GTI, some
Hmm.
classic. Because at the beginning we was shy to do car made before by some other brands. But
Hmm.
finally, some people waiting for it, waiting for this classic in Solido style. So let's go.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So being conscious of time, maybe one more one more last question.
sure,
Uh,
sure.
are you planning any special events or something like a competition or giveaways for your fans also next year? Some kind of interaction on social media?
Yeah, we will push a little bit on this. First, I will try to make one video by month for the collectors to share some new prototypes
Hmm.
to talk a little bit about cars. So this is the plan. After we will be in many toy fair and
Hmm.
many diecast events. So we will be in Beijing, we will be in Nuremberg, we will be in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia. Yeah,
Hmm.
a lot
Wow.
of places.
A lot
So
of
good
countries.
opportunity for meeting people. This month we was in Essen for the motor show. So we will try to do this um, for a maximum and having a lot of after we don't want to make too much contest. Before we make contest just offer cars.
Hmm.
Now we will not doing this. We will do more contests like show me creativity. This is really interesting because
Yes.
we have a community really creative, and because of the price range of Solido, they are not afraid to modify this car.
Hmm.
So we will go on it a lot, I think. And yeah, this with the event, we have keep to keep the link, the connection with collectors because we
Hmm.
need it to know what they want. They are interesting to meet them. It's good for everybody.
Definitely. I agree. Okay. I think that's it from my side. Thank you so
Good.
much for your comprehensive answers. It was really insightful, and I discovered many new things, like to produce 3,000 models in 3 days. Yeah, it's for me, it's mind blowing.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike, for this video. And if you want anything in the year, you just you just contact us.
Okay, perfect.
Um,
So,
and I think you will offer this car to your fan, this model car.
mhm. Yeah, it's a very nice model. Really, I like it. Thanks so
Good.
much.
So thank you, Jim. Thank you, and see you soon.
Yeah, thank you and bye bye. Have a nice day.
Bye. Yeah, have a nice Christmas.
Yeah, you too. Bye bye.